Hey guys, welcome back to Feed the World 2. Now, we've been away for a long time, because for a long while with Feed the World 2, what I wanted to do was create my chili empire. But the problem was, me and Lewis had our thing going down here on the farm, and I wasn't really sure what direction to take it in. But now that Lewis has kind of gotten a bit bored of farming and retired to go off and do other things, I can finally get to work clearing out this farm, tidying up some of the mess, and get it working properly with some real cool systems that actually stay in place. So what's happening with Feed the World 2 is that it's becoming not just the offices over at Chili Wowers HQ, but we're also going to use the farm here to grow all of our chilies and other crops and materials and get them sent over. So it's going to be more about farming on the farm, and we're going to do the technological things in the Chili Wowers HQ. So what I'm going to do this episode to start things off is create a to-do list to make sure that we know what we're doing going forwards. Right, so let's take a look around the farm and mark off what needs to be done. Righto, first thing on our list of things to do is increase the capacity on these Jabbar Barrels, because at the moment, well, there's lots of room in most of them, but some of these are getting really close to their limits. In fact, some of the really crappy barrels here, like this one, it's already got 64 stacks of bones, and that's you know, that barrel is full. So what we need to do is we need to add more barrels here, so that we can create more space to store all of the crops and things and materials that we farm. But also we need to buy upgrades. Like you see, some of these barrels are gold. That means that they can hold more. Like this barrel here has 320 stacks of wheat. But we're going to need even more than that. So what I've done is I've looked up some of these recipes. And if you take a look at Jabbar Barrels, we go at Jabbar. Now you can see there's upgrades all the way along here from emerald, endstone, obsidian, diamond. So let's look at obsidian. Let's look at what it costs to make an obsidian upgrade. Well, wow, that's 4 obsidian blocks and 4 fence posts. And if you look here, we've got more than enough obsidian. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade all of these barrels to obsidian level barrels. Right, as we walk outside, we come to our second list. Our second entry on the to-do list. And the big problem we have is that our big giant, which is where our biofuel generator was, Stroot, he's gone missing. He's gone clomping off along, well, I think these are his footprints, but he's gone off in that direction, over into the wilderness. I don't know where he's gone, what he's going to be doing, and I'm worried about him coming back, because he could really cause a bit of a chaos if he's turned evil. But what we've got now is loads of barrels full of biofuel, but what we desperately need is a way to get power back ticking through the farm. And if we get power going back through the farm, we can channel it over there to the harvesters, which means we can start growing the crops way more effectively. Also, we're going to need power for all the other things we're going to do on the farm, like the bees over here. They'll need a lot of power, and at the moment they're dormant too. Alright, number 3 on our to-do list is getting all of these kind of fermenting barrels, the brew kettles, the ferment barrels, all these fluiducts and pressers, the fruit press. We need to get all of this machinery located inside the Laughing Demon Tavern, and that's over there. We need to put all this stuff in the basement of the tavern so that we can create all of our alcoholic beverages inside the tavern and get it away from this nice grassy area outside the front of our farmhouse. Alright, and number 4 brings us over to our petting zoo. Now, we made these rough houses for some of these exotic animals from Twilight Forest. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, I love how kind of cute all the wild deer are from the Twilight Forest. If you come down here, what have we got here? Woohoo! With mahogany fences around the edge, we've got these lovable little dudes, these wild boars. Oh, they look amazing. And of course, oh no, he's all alone. Mr. Bighorn Sheep here needs a friend. But what we really need is some pens where we can store cows, sheep, pigs, and chickens so that we can harvest eggs, meat, and wool. Now, we've got seeds that get us cow leather, I think, but we'll need the meat if we're to make some meat-based products, because farming isn't all about crops. Sometimes it's about cattle and livestock. So we need to set up a ranch area for us to put cows, pigs, goats, and chickens. Or rather, sheep and chickens. But also, not only that, we're going to need a stables, because I would quite like to get my hands on some of the cool new horses in Minecraft, and I really want to get a saddle on one of those guys and start riding around the landscape. Another entry to the to-do list? Well, look over here. We've got a real stockpile of sludge piling up because our sludge boilers are A, not running, because I think there's no power going to them, and B, this Tesseract that's supposed to go to Sipsco. Well, Sipsco's closed down now. It's shut down for business, so there's no way we can send all of our dirt and our products over there. So we're going to need to find a way to dispose of all of our waste. So waste disposal is another entry on our list. Another entry that I'd like to add to the list, it's not specifically machinery, but we need to tidy up the farm a little bit because there's all this grass out here, there's no path, we've got bits of moonstone ore lying around inside the courtyard. That's terrible. We need to get that out of the way because it's really untidy. We need to get the place looking like this, like flowers everywhere, lavenders, and rainbow trees, and all these massive pink daffodils, and chroma flowers. We need to get the place looking all beautiful and gussied up. Oh, hello, what's this? Oh, there's a sign here by the Magic Police portal. Now, luckily, I've still got the Magic Police HQ on the map somewhere up in the north. If we take a look on the map. Oh, yeah, here's a bit of a spoiler. But yeah, over here, we still have the Magic Police HQ, and we have a working portal that can take us all the way back here. But it looks like Kim has left us a nefarious message. Sjin, I will end you. Bring Duncan back, nano. That's not now, but it sounds like now, so that's okay. Well, okay, Kim, whatever. I think she's got Duncan back now, so, well, no, she hasn't. The evil Duncan is rotting inside Azkaban, so that's okay. So what are we going to do this episode? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to work on getting some of the locomotives that we built last episode set up around here on the farm so that we can start harvesting carrots and potatoes with trains. So let's head over to Chili Wowers HQ, pick up some tracks, pick up the mine carts, and start working out how we're going to put down our motorized mechanical Railcraft farms. Okay, so let's head up to the Railcraft floor and see what's cooking up here. Okay, floor 1, Railcraft. Now I've got 3 cart assemblers down here. Oh, is that a 4th as well? 4 cart assemblers, and they've all been ticking over, making the Railcraft carts that I need. So in here we have the first cart. This is a modular cart with a standard hull. It's got a solar engine. It's got a basic woodcutter, which means we're going to use this to chop down trees. Fantastic. I'll take you out and put you in my inventory, and I'll take out the coal that we didn't use. Now in number 2, progress 99%, but we've run out of coal. So if we put 1 piece of coal in there, oh yeah, it's almost going to tick over, so we can see what we were making in here. We were making, this is a basic farmer with an advanced shooter. Oh wow, so maybe this is going to detect monsters and shoot them down while farming, but it might not work. Let's take it anyway because it'll definitely work for farming. And number 3, inside cart number 3, we've got another basic farmer. This one, it's got some extra components on it. It's got a fertilizer, a hydrator, it's got internal storage, and side tanks for water, which I guess is where you put the water for the hydrator. Oh, this is great. So we can put this down, and this will hydrate and fertilize the crops, making them grow quicker. Excellent stuff. So that's 3 carts down. Now let's see what was cooking in the 4th cart assembler. Nothing. Okay. Have we not? Is the assembler is currently idle? If we put coal in there, is it going to make anything? No, it's not. So it's now full, but it's not got anything to make. So we can come back here later and decide what we're going to make. Got a rolling machine here with some standard rails there. Right, so that's the carts taken care of. Now, I said we were going to do Railcraft carts this episode, but that's a bit technical, and I don't want to jump into that straight away. I think the first thing we need to do, because we're still actually making stuff on the farm, is, check out all this creosote oil. We can make so many rail tracks. All these coke ovens fired up. And there's still creosote in there, and coal coke processing through that. So what we're going to do this episode is we're going to head back to the farm, under the cover of night. Now I've still got my trusty spellbook, so I can deal with monsters with John Triton, and of course my chili beam spell. But what we're going to do under the cover of night is head back to the farm and work on upgrading our Jabbar Barrels so that we can hold maximum storage. Oh, now getting back to the farm. Now, what's this barrel doing down here? It's just a random barrel. Well, okay, let's dig it up and keep it in our pocket. Now we can put this somewhere. Oh, let's put it up here, I reckon. Yeah, why not? There we go, perfect. And I need 2 more barrels as well to fill up this rack. Right, so the first thing we're doing is building some obsidian upgrades. So if I click on this, I'll get a stack of obsidian. I'm also going to need some wood. So there's some logs in there. I'll need to make fences. So that's logs into planks. Planks into sticks. And then sticks into... Oops. Fence posts. Make as many of those as I can, because fences are always useful. Save the rest of the sticks in case I need them. And now if I put sticks in the fences in the corner... Oh no, it's obsidian in the corner. And fences around the sides. There we go, that should be just enough for... Oh wait, hang on a sec, no. That's not quite right. So what am I missing for the Jabbar Barrel upgrade? Obsidian, fence. That should make a Mark 5 obsidian upgrade. So what am I doing wrong? Ah, wrong place. No worries. There we go. Structural upgrade, obsidian. So how does the upgrade system work? Let's try and you need at least a Mark 4 upgrade to apply this. Right. So I do need to work up the chain. So to start with, I'm going to need to make a Mark 1 upgrade with more fences and wood, and then I need to replace the wood with iron, and then I need to replace the iron with gold, the gold with diamonds, and the diamonds with obsidian. Alright, well let's get cooking on that. So I'm going to need some gold bars, like that. I'm going to need some diamonds, got a whole stack of those. Going to need, what was it? Stone. Bam! Diamond upgrades. Right, so now let's start putting these upgrades into position. I'll put these in my pack in the correct order. So it's obsidian, diamond, gold, iron. Get rid of that crowbar and the sticks. And then first thing on the list is wood. So how does this work? I'll try clicking on some of these unupgraded barrels. Like that. Oh, and it's upgrading them. Okay, so let's just prioritize what we need to upgrade. Okay, the leather needs upgrading. The bones need upgrading. It's quite important. What else is almost full? We've got air essence in here. Probably important. So is water essence, definitely. Dirt? Well, yeah, looks like we're getting a lot of dirt, so let's upgrade that. What else? Iron and gold. We need to start churning out production of those. Diamonds have already been upgraded. Redstone's important. Blaze rods are important. Coal's very important. You can't hold too many stacks of pearls. I'm going to say maybe glowstone and ender pearls are important. I think copper's very important. And what else? I've only got a few of these left, so what are we really running out of space for? Seeds, of course, seeds. And we're going to need to upgrade our wooden logs. Oh, that's twilight oak logs. Wool? I don't know. I've got one more upgrade. What's the most important thing here? I'm going to say the thing that's probably most full. And that has got to be... earth essence. Yeah, I'll go with earth. Well, no, it's probably clay. But I don't need that much clay, so that can overflow. I'm going to go with earth essence. Right, there we go. Now, I'm probably going to need more of these upgrades, but they're so easy to make that I can do that behind the scenes and not worry about showing you guys how it's done now. And now I upgrade these barrels again with the iron. There we go. Oh, yeah, just splashing around a bit of iron. Don't mind if I do. Bones, leather, important. Iron's important. Diamonds, redstone. Blaze rods, coal, ender pearls. Glowstone dust. Gold, of course. 4 more upgrades now. And I will say they go to... well, the last remaining 4 wooden barrels. There we go. Everything's upgraded. Oh, except copper. Oh, I missed copper. Never mind. So now it's time to upgrade the iron to gold. There we go. Don't mind if I do. And now 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the diamond upgrades. Ho ho ho! Oh, these are getting so upgraded. This is crazy. I wonder how much they can hold now. Structural level 4. Oh, that must be super, super high. Okay, 1, 2. Oh, wait, I'm running out of diamond upgrades. 3, 4. Okay, so what's most important here? Coal and probably glowstone dust. There we go. And now the obsidian upgrades. 1, 2. Oh, wow, it turns the barrels black. Oh, yeah, sitting pretty. So now we've upgraded a load of our barrels to obsidian level structure. Right, okay, our barrels are upgraded. So now it's time to go out to the back. And what I want to do before next episode is mark out an area where we're going to put our carrots and our potato farms. That's super important for a farm to start growing carrots and potatoes because, hey, you need your fruit and veg. And carrots and potatoes are pretty key for a healthy diet. So where is a good place for us to put down a farm for carrots and taters? Now I tell you what, actually, because we've got all of the rail stuff over by Chili Wow's HQ, what I might do is put down an area over there for us to start farming carrots and potatoes. So I'm going to head over there, eat up some chilies, and get to work mapping out an area for the carrots and potatoes to get grown. Oh yeah, now this right here next to this storage area is the perfect place to start growing my taters. So I'm just going to get my touch dig out, start digging away at the landscape, chipping away, and giving myself room to put down these farms. Now we're using Railcraft farmer carts, and the key with these farmer carts is that they can only farm up stuff in a 3x3 block radius. And what does that mean? Well, it basically means it can only farm blocks that are right next to it. So we need to make sure these rails go right next to all of the places, all of the blocks where potatoes or carrots are going to be grown. And what that means is we have to map out a very specific maze of tracks to get them to go to the right place. We shouldn't need to irrigate the land too much because we have a train that's going to allow us, it's got a hydrator on it, and what that means is it's going to plow the land as well as sprinkle some water on it so we don't need to make sure it's near a water source. Right, now let's check inside Chili Wow's HQ and see if we can find a way to make some rail tracks, because the sooner we start putting down rail tracks, the sooner we can get on with making our farms. So rail track is a case of using standard rails on the side and a wooden rail bed in the middle. But there is an easier way to do it in the mod pack. We can just use copper ingots, of which we've got plenty, and a single stick in the middle will make us 4 tracks. Right, okay, so now we've got 60 and 64 tracks. This should be plenty to start making our farm. Right, so we're going to loosely map out how the farm's going to go. Now, our railway track, it's going to come along here, turn around, it's going to pick up and drop off over here at the railway station. Now, I've got to be careful, I don't actually have that much track. Now, it's going to come out here, and this is the farm's going to start. Oh, let's get rid of all this grass. Right, and so now we need to map out the maze for which our farmer cart is going to take. And it's going to come along here, farm all the way along here. And there we go, perfect. And now I want to show you why I've done this. So I'm going to engage flying mode and take a bird's eye look from above. Now, when the cart goes around, it only farms areas right next to it. But when it's coming back around, it doesn't need to refarm the areas it's been next to. So what you want to try and do is get a gap of 2 between all the rails. And this should create a pretty efficient farm for my carrots. What I'll do is next to this, I'll create a farm for potatoes up over here. And maybe just over here, we'll have a wheat farm as well, so that we don't have to use our specialized sprinkler farms to make the simple vanilla crops. Now what I'll do is I'll put a fence around this, a nice neat fence, so that you can see the areas that are going to get ploughed. And that is the area that we're going to have our first farm in. Oh yeah, it's looking pretty cool. And I'm going to put some trees around the edge as well to decorate it and have some flowers as well. Right, so what we're also going to need is something called a cargo manager, which is going to accept all the things, all the seeds, sort out what we give to the cart, because what we need to do is I'll put the cart down actually to show you what it looks like. Now what is this? This is the basic farmer with a fertilizer, a hydrator, internal storage, and side carts. Let's get this thing down, and this is solar powered. So what I think that means is it's gonna start going as soon as I put it on the ground. There goes the engine, it's rising. Oh, look at that! Isn't that amazing? Oh my god, that looks so cool! So the solar panels are in place, they're engaged. It's powered up! It's going! Woo! Oh, look at it go! It's already trying to plough the ground. Oh, this is amazing! This looks so cool! And now, this is the acid test. We've got to watch this thing go around and make sure it's farming all of the squares that we have in our farm. Now, as you can see, these areas are drying up because we don't have any water in the side carts to hydrate the land. So what we need to do is we need to put a water tank over here so that the train can come around, deposit extra water into the tanks, and then go back around and sprinkle it all over our crops. Oh, this is going to be so cool. Also, what we're going to have to do as well, as part of the waste management system, we were sending all of that sludge and dirt off to Sipsco. Well, what we can do is, now that it's not going to the dirt factory anymore, we can keep it here, turn it into real fertilizer, and then put it into this cart to make our crops grow even quicker. That's going to be so cool. Now, the grass is starting to grow back here, but as you can see, this cart is going to work perfectly. It's going to mine up, it's going to dig up all of these areas right next to the track and get us a really cool farm that's going to create a big yield of crops. Right, so I've been Sjin, and this has been Feed the World 2. This episode we've looked at automated Railcraft miner carts. Oh yeah, farmer carts even. Now there's all kinds of things you can do with these carts. You can make them farm, you can even make them dig and mine with a drill, and also, like I showed you, we can have a woodcutter to have a tree farm as well. Next episode, what we'll do is we'll install a cargo manager here, and we'll get the systems up and running so that we can actually get proper crops out of this. And we can also put down a water tank so that we can fill the tanks on that cart with water to sprinkle all over the crops and get seeds in there and everything. We'll sort out this whole farm. So I've been Sjin, and this has been Feed the World 2. Hit like and favorite and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time for some more Chilly Wowers madness. Take care.